we're doing for Fringe is we're doing like evolution of dance and music throughout different decades. The subject matter that we're doing is like, we wanted to develop how things have developed. And the reason we wanted to do it was because all three of us really enjoy dance. We thought we wanted to do something a bit different that we've not really like gone into fully before, because we thought it might be a fun thing to do. And at first we didn't really want to go into about the music, we wanted to keep it just as dance. But whilst we were doing a bit of research, we realised that music has changed so much and influenced things like a lot, like if you look at music now to like the 60s, so we thought we'd incorporate that as well.
Style of performance. Our performance style will be dance and technology, as we are wanting to pre-film our dances so we can edit footage to make it suit the different eras better. And also this way we can have different costumes for each era, so it'll be kind of like you're at a cinema watching a film. We will be doing many different styles of dances such as the Charleston, jive, twist, disco, hip hop and maybe a few others. Our staging requirements, we are thinking about on stage will be at the beginning and end to open and close the performance, but for the main section having a projector which our film will be shown on that we've created. We'll also have to figure out where we want to film the dances, whether we do it in the theatre, dance studio, outside or somewhere else.
For that also we have to do lots of risk assessments for each place, and we have to get permission if we want to do it in college, as we talked about yesterday. Tech and props, we're going to work on our tech. We want to create the film, so we have to get a camera. I have a camera, but we're also going to ask the marketing team whether we can borrow theirs, as it's a professional camera and it'll look better and better quality projected onto the big screen. We're also going to inquire about using the media team from Rochdale, as we would then be able to have green screens, so we could have changing of backgrounds, and they will also help us edit and get the look that we really want. With props, we don't have any specific props right now. We think probably chairs for some dances, but we don't have any like big props. We're thinking maybe a door. That might be the only big prop to symbolise us going through the different eras. And if any other props, it would be little ones that would incorporate with our costume. And then costumes, there would be lots of pictures of costumes right now, but I have made a mood board. So you can all have a look, there's 3 if you want to have a look at it. These are all different types of costumes that we'll be looking at. There's one there. Oh, there's 4. There you go. Pass that one back. There you go. So they're all different costumes that we'll be looking at, because there's some people such as Madonna, Lady Gaga, because she was one of our eras, so that would be like a extravagant costume, and would incorporate like makeup and things to like identify the different eras as well as having it on the projection.
And then for our research, it's mainly been looking at different styles of dance on YouTube. I've done a couple of like different era dances before, so I've like started to try and remember the choreography of that. So we found a couple of videos which is similar to what we want to do, of them going like through different eras. And I've also been looking at loads of different like the top hits of like each decade, so we get a sort of like feel of what the main element of the music was, which we're going to incorporate. So it'll be like some Elvis, Britney Spears, that sort of stuff.
Cha-Cha Slide was like the two came out in 2000, so
yeah, so we'll be
very
doing things
iconic
like
dances
that.
that everybody remembers.
But obviously we can't show you.
Yeah.
But does anyone have any questions?
Which practitioners?
Can I just before we go on to people with feedback sheets, people without feedback sheets, have you got any questions for the girls? No? Right. What I want people with sheets to do is, if you go through each section, give them feedback, and then if you've got any further questions relating. So we'll start with Josh.
Do we start with the first
Yeah.
one?
Yes, please.
I liked how you, like, you know, which sort of like themes and like your focus subject that you're going to do. You explained that very well. I haven't really got any further questions at all. Have you?
Your feedback sheet, do.
Do you want to do so?
Yes, please.
Style performance with the dance, music, like you explained that very well. With your different costumes and what style of performance chosen, you mentioned hip hop and all that. That was really good. You didn't mention influencing practitioners.
Our practitioners are mainly going to be different choreographers that we're going to be looking into. But when we decide which dances we're definitely doing, which we're going to have a meeting about either later on today or tomorrow morning, then we'll start looking into different like choreographers and practitioners and stuff for that era, because we don't really want to be looking into some and then we decide that we've not got enough time to be able to include that as well as others.
Okay. With your stage and tech requirements, you talked about a projector and green screens and getting into contact. Where are you going to get these costumes? Because you was mentioning about like Lady Gaga and all them. How are you going to get those costumes?
Our costumes, well, we're contacting Bake Up Theatre, and they said they might offer us them for a small donation. That would, or eBay, as that's quite cheap, as we don't want to be like spending lots.
Okay. What's your budget, by the way?
We've not like discussed a budget yet, but also we're just going to see like what sort of costumes and stuff we have like knocking about our house, because like from doing dances before, I've got some random bits that we could use. But Laurie May's the one who said that she'll speak to Bake Up Theatre to see if they could lend anything.
And then after that, we'll see what we need to get.
And with your preparation and research, Mia like knew like a lot about that, and I felt that she did really well in researching that. So
That's all you've got. Thank you, Josh. Josh
maybe-
Cooper.
Yes.
Your comments from the sheet, please.
Okay. Tech. The music thing, I was a bit confused. You know the music. You said you apply music through like in general through the years. How will that go between the dances and everything?
No, it's like we'll use like the big hits of that era to create our dances to the song. So it's not just going to be like just using like a random backing track that we found. We'll go for like the top 10 hits and like pick songs out of that to do dances to.
yeah.
Have you got any general comments about how the girls did on the pitch within the different categories?
I thought it was really good, professional. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll come back to you in 1 minute, Josh. Travis.
Sorry, I was just wondering, have you tried looking on YouTube for like mixes from like decades and stuff? Because there'll be like, there should be something on there.
I was looking yesterday, but most of them were like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, listen to parts of it, see if there's any like snippets that we want to use of it.
Yeah. And if you need any links for like video editors and stuff, I can give you some because I've got like those. So yeah.
Thank you. Any other comments from your sheets that you want to share?
No.
Lewis?
Yeah, I think it was under tech requirements. What did you say you were doing at the start and end of your performance?
Start and end. So at the beginning, we're going to have a live performance, so it's going to be like modern era. So like we start off in the modern, then it like goes on to the film. We've not like got definite obviously yet because we've not started. And then at the end, we're then going to go back into the live performance at the end of the film. So like it all brings it together.
Yeah, that was it. Really.
Any other comments from your sheet?
Yeah, I think it was a good idea about, the door, what you were saying, to go into the different areas. I like that idea. If you can pull that off, I'd do that. Went into the different areas of the door, that's alright. Overall, I think it was a good pitch. Yeah, enjoyed it.
Josh?
It's only a minor one, but you didn't mention your name of your company. So.
We don't have one just yet.
We've not discussed the name yet.
Oh.
We'll probably think about like within the next
It's on.
day or something.
Thank you very much.